Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I am Muhammad Ismail. I'm Egyptian originally, and I lived in Japan for almost like 9 years. I've studied engineering in Cairo University. After that, I studied Arabic language and Islamic studies in Cairo University as well, Darul Uloom faculty. And then I studied deeply in Hadith and Islamic studies and Arabic language in Mecca and Mukarramah. So this is like simply my educational background. And I would love to do da'wah and to convey the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to convey the truth for people. So we were traveling around Africa and Asia, and then we were finding Japan like a very, very unique place, and very, very few Muslims went there to convey the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I was excited to go and to convey the message of Allah, yes.
Are there any notable Japanese scholars or figures who have made significant contributions to the study or practice of Islam in Japan?
Of course, alhamdulillah, there are several ones, mashallah, Allahumma barik. I cannot mention them all, but I would mention one of the best in my humble opinion. Sheikh Said Sato. Sheikh Said Sato, he is the one who translated the meanings of the Quran. Not the first translation, but before him several translations, but it's the first translations for the meanings of the Quran to be recognized by King Fahd Press in Medina Munawwara. So that's, you'll find if you go to Medina and you go to the press of Al-Quran, Mus'haf Sharif, Quran Al-Kareem, you will see the Japanese version, the Japanese translation, that is, you will find the name of Said Sato, son, or Mr. or Sheikh Said Sato. And alhamdulillah, he's still below 50 years old, he's still alive, and mashallah, he's very active in da'wah. And he translated a lot of books to Japanese, from Arabic to Japanese. He is a graduate of Riyadh, Imam Saud University in Saudi. And mashallah, I believe he has a very good, significant impact in Japan and for the materials, Islamic materials in Japanese.
Is he a Japanese Muslim?
Yeah, pure Japanese. He's revert.
Yeah. MashaAllah, that's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, to be honest, one of the questions I was going to ask was, are there many imams that are actually Japanese themselves?
Well, there are several imams, Japanese imams. I can say there are not more than 6, 7.
Okay.
Yeah, like around 6 or 7.
It's growing, mashallah.
Alhamdulillah, yeah. That is the imams. However, there are some others, they have knowledge and they are working in da'wah, but not imams. But as imams, full-time or part-time, is around 6 or 7 pure Japanese.
Yeah, mashallah. So can you share any heartwarming or inspiring stories of Japanese individuals who have embraced Islam and the impact that it's had on their lives?
Yeah, subhanallah, we have several stories actually. That when you listen, one of them, he was searching for the truth when he was young, like 16, 17 years old. And he was trying to find out what is the true religion in this world. And he said, I have never expected that it will be Islam, the conclusion. The conclusion will be that Islam is the true religion. So he tried to study all other religions. And he tried to read all other books. But subhanallah al-azim, when Allah wants to guide someone, subhanallah, he met some Muslims and they gave him a copy from the Quran Al-Kareem. He read the Quran, he asked some questions, he reverted to Islam, mashallah. He found this is the truth. All the other stuff never is matching with his nature. And so that is a Japanese person. Another person, subhanallah, I just saw his story, that he was, involved in a lot of haram stuff, doing a lot of sins and doing a lot of bad things. and he was suffering from high depression till a level that he was feeling, he's saying, when I'm staying alone, I feel like I am a tiger and I'm trying to pull and hardly to control myself, my soul. It's like a wild tiger. Very, very depressing, very wild feelings. And he said, after I listen to the Quran and after I take my Shahada, I found my tears coming down and I found all this depression, all these dark feelings gone away, alhamdulillah. So, subhanallah, a lot of inspiring stories for how they found the truth in Islam and how they reverted and how they felt after that, subhanallah al-azim. That's the truth when it touched the hearts.
So how do Japanese Muslims engage with global Islamic issues and events? And do they feel connected to the broader Muslim community around the world?
Yeah, to be honest, Japanese people are very, very shy and modest. And even within Japan, it's like rare to find like some protest, or there are, but not so common. As well, Japanese people, in their culture, they are not offensive people. So definitely they feel with other Muslims over the world and everywhere, and they try to support. They are very cooperative and supportive. But they're not the one, to go and shout and fight for something. This is not their main characters. However, recently, for Palestine and so on, you will find Japanese non-Muslims even. They are in the streets more than the normal Muslims to defend the rights of innocence and so on. So, of course, Japanese Muslims, they are cooperating, they are feeling, they are supporting their Muslim brothers and sisters all over the world. But maybe you cannot feel it because, they are very shy and they do it as they do it in their own culture. They're not so, talkative and on the media and like the Western style. Yeah, not this style, yeah.
So what about their connection with the rest of the Ummah around the world? Do they feel connected, or do they feel like they're separate and they don't really belong with us?
Of course they feel connected, alhamdulillah. But in general, Japan was isolated for more than 200 years. And the emperor at that time, he didn't allow anyone to go out, anyone to go in. So it's really very far place, and it's isolated islands. So in general, connections with others, not so common. However, mashallah, especially those who traveled abroad, they have the good experience and connections. But those who did not travel, and they were born in Japan, raised up in Japan, lived in Japan, pure Japanese reverts, those people, maybe they don't have the chance to connect with others all over the world easily.